Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready to rumble.
Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych.
Let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to witness a unique event in history. This is the first and the last time that my wife is going to let me speak on behalf of both of us. I did have a speech all worked out for this special occasion, but of course, now that I'm a married man, Kirsty had told me what to say instead. So on behalf of my wife and I welcome you to our wedding. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves on this special day. It's a great... Guys again. Did you spell it wrong? Oh, right. No more. It's great to see you all, and I can honestly say it would not have been... Well, it would have been rubbish without you. It would also have been a lot cheaper, but... There are many times when it's good to be surrounded by people who are important to you. And for us, this is one of those occasions. We hope that you're enjoying every bit as much as we are. And we'd like to thank you for your kind wishes, cards, presents and support. And most of all, travelling to be here. I'd like to thank Mark for his kind words. I knew it would be hard to follow his speech, and I was right. I couldn't follow a word of it. However, since the day I met Mark, I have been treated as one of the family, and this has made our journey to this day that much smoother. I'd like to thank Mark personally for all the kindness he has shown me, and most importantly, for giving me the blessing to marry his beautiful, intelligent daughter. They say you don't marry someone that you can live with. You marry the person you cannot live without, which is very true with Kirsty. Kirsty, you look amazing. Although I shouldn't be surprised, as most of us know Kirsty always dresses to kill. Unfortunately, she cooks the same.
Sorry.
But seriously, to my best friend and my love of my life, thank you for everything you have done. You know everything about me, including the really bad stuff, and love me just the same. And I'm extremely lucky today to be the one to marry you, and I know that this is the start of many happy years together. I would now like to thank my own mum and dad for all the love and support that they have given us over the years. You have always been there for me, and helped me through the good times and the bad.
Nearly there, Roy.
Surely I've been handing on to the best man. Chris and I go back to the age of 12. We became friends at school and have been close friends ever since. Chris gave me the stag do to remember, as you probably saw on Facebook. One secret that I can share about Chris, and not a lot of people know, he suffers from a rare medical condition which causes him to invent fanciful stories. does believe these stories. And I thank you for humouring and enjoying this reading. Before I go, I'd like you all to stand and raise your glasses and join me in toasting the bridesmaids. And finally, before I go, a few thank yous. First of all, for my mum, for being there and all that you do for us. Next, Sarah. Where's Sarah? Oh, Sarah's for being like a mum to Kirsty and all that you do to help us. Next one, Auntie Debbie, you stand up. Making us a lovely wedding gift. Joe for making Kirsty look as pretty as she does today. Right, where's the ushers? Gary? John? This is what Kirsty should for you. Thank you for everything you've done. Chris, the best man. And just a small gesture left for your Welsh friend there.
No, of course, outside.
Just a small gesture.
Talk for 3 minutes about being interrupted. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. For those of you which know me, I'm sorry. For those of you which don't, I'm Chris and I have the privilege and honour of being Roy's best man. You know, it's said that being asked to be best man is like being asked to make love to Camilla Parker Bowles. It's a great honour, but you don't really want to do it. About 3 days ago, I suddenly thought, oh my god, my speech. With that, I started to trail the internet and look for ideas. So I picked up on a couple of important bits. One point was the speech should last as long as it takes the room to make love. The only problem with this was I struggled to get through the introduction, so I dropped that point. On a more serious note, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I think we all agree it's been a truly wonderful day. I'm sure you all agree that Kirsty looks absolutely stunning today. And I think you all agree that it's a very sad day for some of the men out there, as today, Kirsty officially comes off the market. And for all those ladies out there, I'm sure you'll agree that today is just another day. I'd like to thank all the bridesmaids and ushers who've done a fantastic job today. All the bridesmaids, you look absolutely stunning, and all the ushers, you haven't scrubbed up too bad yourself. There are obviously two very important people in here today, as we all know. Without them, very little of this would have been possible. And the great thing is, as the evening progresses, most of us will spend more and more time talking to them. Please join me in a very special toast to the bar staff. I've known the groom for many years now, and if I had to sum him up, I would say he's handsome, intelligent, witty, interesting. So I think I've got the wrong wedding. Roy and I grew up through secondary school and had some fantastic times together. However, Roy saw himself as a bit of a firefighter. I had a shed at my garden, which is my pride and joy. We completely re-renovated the shed, put running water, lights, and built a safe box. We painted the inside the shed. The only paint we could find was pink. Every weekend, Roy came over and spent an hour filling up water bombs. Then set fire to the safety box of aircraft fuel in an attempt to put it out with water bombs. We must have grown up that year because we decided it was a little dangerous considering there was a big oak tree to the side of the shed. When we were 16, my mum and stepdad took us camping in Haven. That evening we headed down to the entertainment. We managed to get hold of a couple of beers. Roy was absolutely battered, and I've never seen confidence like this before. He decided he wanted to dance. At this point, I thought we were going to get thrown out for Roy's insertion of Saturday Night Fever straight breakdancing. For poor young ladies on the dance floor nearly lost their eyes. On the walk back to the campsite, Roy decided he needed a wee. So he started walking down the middle of Warmwell High Street, Stroke Road, having a wee. At this point, my stepdad went and retrieved Roy. However, I think Roy was a little upset that he didn't trust him having a wee, and decided to headbutt him and run off. We finally got back to the caravan and managed to get Roy into bed. As my mum was doing up his sleeping bag, he was getting a little bit frisky with my mum. He started trying to rub her thigh. I was very persistent and was getting higher and higher. Finally, the lights went out, and minutes later, I heard a giant roar. With that, my mum jumped up, turned on the lights to find Roy and managed to throw up in my only pair of shoes. That's quite funny, really, because Roy spent 10 years trying to get in my mum's knickers, and finally on his stag do, he had the chance to wear my mum's knickers and kicked off like a little girl. The first night I met Kirsty, I invited him round for a barbecue. I was living at my sister's house at this point. We had a barbecue using torchlight as it was dark by 6 o'clock and it was very, very cold. Roy started searching the garden for wood to burn. He found 3 fence panels, which he started to break into bits. That night he burnt 3 brand new of my sister's fence panels, which went to replace the old. The evening quickly deteriorated as we decided to play Ring of Fire. Roy and Kirsty were new at this drinking game, so as standards got stitched up. It was funny when Roy was completely kitted out in Kirsty's clothes. However, I've got to say, he did look pretty good in her thongs. All evening, Kirsty had been itching to put out the fire at the end of the evening. At the end of the evening, I gave her the hose pipe. Have you ever seen someone trying to put out a fire doing drunken commando runs? So already that night, I knew it was a match made in heaven. Roy enjoyed starting the fires and Kirsty enjoyed putting them out. All joking aside, you guys are an absolutely fantastic couple and awesome friends, and I wish you both many happy years together. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for joining in the celebrations today, I'd like to end by everyone standing and joining me in a toast. The bride and groom.
The bride and groom.